The morning in the Lagos office had started like any other. Buzzing phones, tapping keyboards, and the low hum of whispered conversations. But today, there was something different in the air. A tension, almost imperceptible yet heavy, pressed against the walls. The elevator opened, and boss Kofi Mensah walked out. His calm demeanor betraying nothing of the storm brewing beneath the surface. By his side, holding a cup of steaming coffee and wearing the practiced, flawless smile, was Taye, the boss's favored worker. "Sir, you look exceptionally fresh this morning," Taye said. His tone soft but deliberate. It was the same line he delivered every day, yet Kofi's eyes softened, as though he had not heard it 1,000 times before. The office had learned well that this performance, this constant flattery, was Taye's weapon. Across the room, at a corner desk, Kwame sat hunched over his laptop, fingers flying over the keyboard. 7 years of experience, an unbroken record of success, and yet he rarely spoke, rarely smiled. His quiet, focused demeanor was often mistaken for indifference. Taye and others underestimated him, seeing silence as weakness. They could not have been more wrong. Promotion season had arrived, and the air was thick with anticipation. Kofi had scheduled a meeting to discuss who would rise. Taye, confident in his manipulation, had already begun weaving his subtle campaign. Leaning toward Kofi during casual conversations, he whispered carefully chosen half-truths. "Kwame has been submitting files late. He doesn't guide the team well. He isn't fully loyal." Kwame listened to every word without reaction, his calm demeanor unshaken. Every project, every email, every chat log, every timestamp was meticulously saved, evidence that could not be denied. He simply waited. The day of the promotion announcement arrived. The conference room was filled with colleagues, all buzzing quietly with excitement and curiosity. Taye entered confidently, exuding the air of someone who believed victory was certain. Kwame followed, calm and composed, silent yet observant, his laptop in hand like a shield and a weapon at once. Kofi stood at the head of the room and cleared his throat. "After careful consideration, the promotion goes to Taye." Applause erupted in the room. Taye's chest swelled with pride. Confidence radiated from him as he smiled at colleagues who nodded and whispered congratulations. But Kwame, silent as always, simply opened his laptop. "Sir," Kwame said, his voice steady, "may I share some documents?" The room fell silent. The projector clicked on. Screens filled with emails, chat logs, project updates, all meticulously time-stamped and authenticated. Every claim Taye had made, every whisper to Kofi, was contradicted by the evidence now projected for everyone to see. The room held its breath. Taye's confident grin faltered. Shock rippled across Kofi's face. Silence, heavy and tense, replaced the applause. Kwame's eyes met Kofi's, calm but unwavering. "All proof is here," he said. "The decision now rests solely on the truth." The room seemed to shrink around Taye, his manipulations and lies laid bare. He realized, perhaps for the first time, that his overconfidence and subtle deceits had been no match for Kwame's patience, preparation, and intelligence. The first part of this saga ended with Taye standing exposed, Kofi stunned, and Kwame victorious, but only temporarily. The real test, the deeper battle of strategy and cunning, was yet to come. The tension after Kwame's reveal lingered through the office like a storm cloud refusing to move. Everyone had seen it. Taye, the confident manipulator, had been caught. But Taye's mind was already working, plotting, trying to twist the situation to his favor. He was a man whose ambition and ego were inseparable. Failure, especially in front of colleagues, was a luxury he could not afford. Taye began quietly influencing others in the office, subtly planting doubt. "Kwame is lucky, not skilled," he whispered. "He only seems competent because of timing." Yet every time he tried to manipulate opinion, Kwame had proof ready. Emails, project logs, chat screenshots. Every lie Taye had told, every misdirection had been documented. Rumors spread through the office. Speculation, hushed discussions, and anxious glances became the new background hum. Everyone wondered, could Taye reclaim victory, or would truth and patience finally assert themselves? Taye scheduled several meetings over the following weeks. In each, he subtly questioned Kwame's decisions, attempting to create doubt in Kofi's mind. His confidence was bold, almost theatrical, each word measured to undermine Kwame's reputation. But Kwame remained silent, observing, recording, waiting. Patience was his strategy, and Taye's arrogance was his vulnerability. One day, Taye intentionally delayed a critical project document, ready to pin the blame on Kwame. "Sir, Kwame failed to submit the files on time," he said with certainty. Kofi paused, his brows furrowed. Kwame looked up, calm and collected. "Sir, every step of this project is fully documented. Emails, timestamps, chat logs. All proof is here. Taye's claims are false." The projector clicked on. Screens lit up with every document, every timestamp, every chat message that contradicted Taye's claim. Every colleague could now see the truth. The office reaction. The office staff watched in silence. Those who had been influenced by Taye's whispers now saw the truth. Kwame's quiet confidence and meticulous records were undeniable. Taye's plans, built on manipulation and deception, began to crumble. The man who had once seemed unstoppable now looked nervous, desperate. Kofi's eyes narrowed as realization settled in. He finally understood that Kwame's patience, professionalism, and preparation had created an unassailable defense against Taye's machinations. The climax. Justice delivered. Kofi called a final meeting. The entire office attended. Taye entered, trying to maintain his mask of confidence, but it barely concealed his panic. Kofi spoke, his voice calm and firm. "Taye, after reviewing your actions and manipulations, and after careful examination of all evidence, it is clear that Kwame has demonstrated true professionalism and leadership." The room went silent. Taye's face drained of color. Kofi continued. "Effective immediately, Kwame will receive the promotion and full recognition he deserves. Taye, your position is being reassigned, and your performance will now be strictly monitored." Kwame nodded calmly, a small victorious smile touching his lips. Taye's arrogance, once so overpowering, was utterly crushed. Kwame's promotion solidified his influence and respect in the office. Projects began running smoothly, productivity increased, and office morale improved. Taye, once manipulative and dominant, was reduced to a shadow of his former self. His influence gone. The lesson was clear. Patience and preparation often outweigh loud ambition and manipulation. Evidence is power, silence is strength, and overconfidence leads to downfall. The Lagos office entered a new era. Honesty, professionalism, and truth became the dominant force. Kwame's calm intelligence and unwavering dedication were recognized and respected, while Taye's manipulative schemes served as a cautionary tale.